Good morning, how are we doing? It is Wednesday. So, what to do if you feel yourself slipping back into old habits? And I've done a training on this, and if you want it, put a me in the comments and I'll send that over to you in terms of how to quickly reset in terms of setting a rule, setting a plan and getting back straight to it. But for now, I'm just going to go over a quick thing that you can do today. So first off, when you feel yourself going back into old habits, you've got to remember that when you've got into new habits or started getting into new habits, your attention is on them more than ever before, right? So your attention is now on them more than they ever have been. So, morning Louise, you've got to remember that because you've started something new, or you've started adding new habits in, whether that's exercise, whether that's eating healthily, whatever that means, more on that another day. I can smell bacon. Whatever those new habits are, your attention's now on them because you're doing them. Maybe you're telling friends, maybe your planning is part of your day a bit more now. It's something that you do, it's something that you're starting to identify with. And what this means is when it doesn't go to plan, you notice it more. So when it doesn't go to plan, you notice it more, which is actually a good thing, and that's okay. It just puts your attention on it more. But because you notice it more, it can be very easy to over-exaggerate a quote-unquote bad day, quote-unquote something didn't go to plan. So we start to over-exaggerate the losses. So when you feel like you're going back into your old ways, it's important not to get on the slide down and just keep going down. Because you might actually, say the slide's that long, you might actually just be sat at the top. It might be that tiniest bit way down. Slides are definitely slower these days. You gotta almost push yourself down them. And imagine they're like that. You can literally just go back up if you want to. But the important thing is that we don't start beating ourselves for being there on the slide. Because otherwise, before you know it, you'll be there. When actually we could just look back and go, okay, what's the issue? Why am I slipping back into my old ways here? What's actually the issue here? Is it time? Am I tired? And just actually get control of how you actually feel at the time. Then ask the question, okay, what would I ask a friend who was in the same situation? Let's make this really practical. Let's say you've been snacking a bit more and you're not sure why, and you're thinking, oh, sod it, I'm going back into my old ways now. And this is a really key part, because the quicker you get just back to it and just accept what happened, the better your results are going to be. This is part of the journey. You're not just going to change everything overnight. And if you just look at it and say, okay, how am I feeling? Well, I'm tired, quite stressed. Okay, cool. That is how you feel. You can't argue with that. If you argue with reality, you're always going to lose, going to waste loads of energy. What would you tell your best friend who was also tired and stressed to do? Practical advice. Go do something for you. Go for a walk. Go for a nap. Get some time in for you, whether that is exercise. Get that endorphin release. Feel better. Get more energy. Because everything is down to your energy as well. Pretty much everything, your decisions. So sometimes you just got to look at how are you protecting your energy? How can you create energy today? And whether we like it or not, we all have a plan for feeling rubbish and feeling good. We have a plan for feeling good and feeling rubbish, whether we know it or not. I can say it. Going to bed late is a strategy I have for feeling rubbish the next day. Going to bed late is a strategy I have for feeling rubbish the next day. If I want to feel rubbish, I go to bed late. But I still do it. But my attention's now on it. Okay, so I'm ever feeling rubbish. Okay, I need to make sure I'm making up that somehow. And I can say I'm busy. I can say, yeah, but I need that time to relax in the evening. But at the same time, I pay for it the next day anyway. So I've got to look at the costs and benefits of these decisions. Because if that then impacts how much I snack, how much I exercise, my motivation to do it, that's going to have a bigger impact on my general well-being, how I feel, my results, confidence. I could go on. And I'm not just talking from my perspective. These are conversations I have every day. So if you find yourself slipping into bad old habits, what an opportunity to actually look at how far you've come. You might only be there on the slide. It's not far back up. So just consider, okay, I've had a bit of a wobble, but is this actually just evidence that I've done so well for so long? Even if it's one day. And then just focus on one thing you can do right now. Because you can change how you feel. You can change whether you are going back into bad habits, I can guarantee it in literally one day. One meal, you're one meal away from feeling different again. You know, it's a way to change your physiology. You're one exercise session away from changing your physiology. That's quite powerful, like one exercise session, which could be 10 minutes, could be half an hour. Yeah, if we dwell in that position, we actually probably waste more energy thinking, I should have done this, should have done that, should have done that. And we can't be stressed, anxious when we're doing. It's always when we're thinking about it. Anyway, I hope that helps. Like I said, if you want to get more specific with this, I have done a free training in my free group. If you want that, comment me below and I can send that to you. This just goes over making a bit more specific in terms of what you're going to do to get back on track today. If you want that, drop me in the comments. Have a great day. Enjoy the sun. Again, can't complain, can we? Anyway, I'll see you later. Take care.